Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I trust you guys are doing well. All right. Excuse me. All right. So my name is Deme. Doing well. I'm joining you from Abuja, Nigeria, and I'm here with Beryl. We'll be in the chat section with you. Okay. So today we're going to be doing how you can create a digital marketing plan. Now you can bear me witness that planning is extremely very important for anything anybody wants to do. You should plan for business, plan for the year, just like All right. Sorry about that break, and we had a lot of internet trouble, but we are back. So sorry. Okay. So once again, my name is Udeme. I'm joining you from Nigeria, Abuja, and I'm here with Diana and Beryl. They'll be in the chats with you. So do well to say hi to them, and then invite somebody to come join us as we walk you through how you can create a digital marketing plan. So if you have questions from our last session, please do well to drop it in the chat for us. And again, if you have anybody that's supposed to be here that's not here, please do well to invite the person to come here and join us. All right. Okay, so we're going to be doing this in 3 different segments. Now, the first part is going to be an introduction to what digital marketing is and why it is useful for your business. And then we'll head over to how you can devise your own digital marketing plan, the building process. And then we're going to be sharing top tips for harnessing the power of digital advertising. And yeah, don't forget to sign up for the Hustle Academy if you own a small business that has already existed. Okay, so hit on the link that's going to be shared in the chat with you, and please sign up for the Hustle Academy. All right, thank you so much, Sparkle Millenary, for joining us. I trust you well this afternoon, and please do well to invite somebody that's supposed to be here to join us, or possibly you can just reach out to the team, organizing team, to send the bulk information so that everybody here can join us. All right. So as usual, I'm going to be asking you from questions, and I want you to ask me some questions as well when you have questions from what you're going to be sharing this afternoon. All right. So I want to share with me how you currently engage with customers online. Okay, maybe not just online. How do you currently engage with customers? How do you do it? So share with me in the chat how you engage with customers. Pam, hello Pam, how you doing? Good afternoon. How do you currently engage with customers online? Please do well to copy the link for the Hustle Academy and save it somewhere. Possibly you can always try to sign up for it later so that you don't forget. Okay, so how do you currently engage with customers? Do you do word of mouth, or do you have a presence on Google, or are you using your social media platform? How do you currently engage with customers? And please share with us in the chat. Thank you, Pam, for sharing. Pam said through Facebook and Instagram. Thank you so much, Pam. I know some people use WhatsApp. So is anybody that uses WhatsApp? Anybody that uses WhatsApp? Oluchi, Happy New Year. I hope you're well. So good to see all of you again this year. I hope you enjoyed your holidays. So please reach out to the person that's supposed to be here that's not here. Let them know that we've started already so they can come join us. WhatsApp and Instagram, Oluchi, thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for sharing, Oluchi. Instagram and WhatsApp, thank you, Esparko. Okay, Pam uses WhatsApp too. Okay, thank you so much for sharing, guys. Please let's keep the conversation going. Diana is going to be in the chat section to respond to all your questions, queries, and everything. All right, so let's move on. I'm going to be asking you some more questions. Okay, so let's look at the first part, an introduction to digital marketing. So even know what is digital marketing? In a layman's term, what can you define to be digital marketing? What can you define to be digital marketing? Excuse me. What can you define to be digital marketing? Who wants to share? Okay, so please just keep the conversation going. When you join, please say something. Let's know you're here. We're about 7 of us here, but I've only seen like 3 names. So please, if you're on the call, please do well to say something. Do well to say something so that I will know that you're available here. Okay, Oluchi said a way of reaching our target markets through online social media. Thank you so much, Oluchi. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, so I'll just move on. So if you have any contributions, later on something crosses your mind, you just want to, please do well to send it in the chat. Remember, you can only communicate back to me through the chat section. All right, so let's move on. Okay. So basically, just to add to what Oluchi said, so digital marketing concentrates on using the wide range of online tools and technologies available just to market your business. So you get to have different ways of marketing. Could include the text messages, as long as you're using the internet, the videos, the app, the podcast, all of that. They form part of what digital marketing, as long as you're using the web, as long as you're using the internet to market your business, your brand, whatever you're doing. So you also get to be able to analyze the results of your campaign, get to analyze the results of your content, get to analyze the results of your strategy to know what is actually working and what is not working. Basically, you can check that in real time. Okay, that will make it different from what the traditional marketing is, basically, because traditional marketing may not be able to track how many people actually viewed it. The digital marketing will give you room to know how many people viewed it. And so you can track the behavior of what you're trying to push out. So we live in the mobile world because mobile generally is changing how we behave as humans, because information has never been as available as it is in our age, right? So back in the days, you could always need to go to the library if you're doing research, but nowadays, just a tap on the phone, you get all the answers you want, pretty much for just everything. So you also have that ability to use to market your products and your services online. There are about 747 million SIM connections in sub-Saharan Africa. So you can imagine how many millions of people are using phones. And then 91% of South Africans own phones. 80% of Nigerians and Kenyans own phones as well. That number should have increased by now. Then we have about 65% of active mobile phone users in Nigeria must have shopped online. So that is just to draw your attention to the fact that a lot is happening online. Okay. All right. So what opportunities do you think might arise from connecting with customers online? What opportunities might arise from connecting with customers online? To share with us what opportunities you feel you might get if you are actually doing your business, if you've taken your business, if you've taken your brand online. So share with us in the chats. Remember to ask questions if you have any questions. So I'll be sharing a couple of opportunities from being online. Now you get to have increased reach because you have access to people 24 hours of the day, 7 days of the week, 30 days of the month. You can reach people that are uniquely connected to your products, your niche audiences. You can reach those kind of customers to find your products easily as long as they're online. You can always reach out to learn about you can always use the internet also to learn about your customers. You can conduct market research, you can conduct consumer research, you can keep up with customer demands and trends in markets. And then also you can use that ability also to communicate and support your customers. You can improve your customer service level. Then you can have a great flexibility. with customers, and then you can get feedback on your business also. So there are a few key channels to consider if you are actually running a digital marketing campaign. Now, the first of them is the search engine optimization, search engine marketing, social media marketing, display marketing, email marketing, content marketing. So all of these can be blended together to put out proper digital marketing strategy. Now, the search engine optimization is optimizing your website to show more often in search engine results. So you get to have your business, your brand showing up when people are searching for anything that relates to you. And then you have the search engine marketing. People are getting to pay for adverts for you to appear in search engines when people are making a search. You can just tell Google, please use this money and put me in front, because the fight is how to be in front. The fight is how to be on the first page. So that's the search engine marketing. If you're actually spending money for your brand to show up when people are searching for what relates to you. Okay, sometimes you find when you make a search, you find that ad sign beside a particular option that shows up, that shows that somebody is actually paying for that ad to show up there. Now, it's the social media marketing is you using social media networks to gain traffic and to reach new audiences, to reach new people. While the display marketing is online advertising in different formats. Sometimes you're browsing on your website, you see all those ads pop up. Sometimes you're browsing on an app, you see all those ads pop up. All those are display marketing. Sometimes you are sometimes you're on YouTube, you see all those ads that are displayed below the video. Those are display ads. And again, you have the email marketing where people get to collect and use email to communicate with their customers. I know you've seen a lot of that in your inbox. Even the ones you mistakenly subscribe to, will always be trying to send you messages through your email. Then the content marketing, just creating and sharing different types of content, blog posts, videos, guides, infographics to attract excuse me, to attract attention and drive traffic. Okay, so just so you know, content marketing is king. What that means there is you need content for search engine optimization, search engine marketing, social media, display, email. So you need content for every other digital marketing channels that you want to use. Okay. All right. So I'm going to be taking the first of the three courses to answer to questions and queries. If you have questions, please do well to drop it in the chat for us. Okay, please, if your slides are not clear, what you need to do is to look at the top right corner of your screen, tap on that settings button, then you're going to see advanced. You're going to see advanced, click on advanced and then increase the quality. Skip it at 480p or 720, 480 or 720, so that your screen will be clearer. Gather channel, thank you for drawing my attention to that. Okay. Thank you so much, Pam. I'm sure that was a question. That is a response to the question we asked earlier. So introducing your products to your current and prospective clients through social media. Thank you so much, Pam. Social media is just one of the channels you can get to use to introduce your product as digital marketing channel. So it's just one of the lots that actually exist. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Okay, so please, everybody, let's hit the thumbs up button. Excuse me. Let's hit the thumbs up button, everybody. Okay, thank you so much. Got a channel. Let's hit the thumbs up button and please take 30 seconds, copy the link, and invite somebody that's supposed to be here to join us. All right? Thank you so much for being patient with us. So let's go back to the second part of this presentation. How you can build your digital marketing plan. Like I mentioned earlier, planning is almost impossible to do without. So you can't do without planning. The year just started, you need to plan out how you want to run your business, how you want to run your affairs, how you want to run your family. So everybody plans. Google takes time to plan. They use the first month to plan. Different brands are using the time of the early time of the year to plan. So you shouldn't be left out. You are planning. Everything is built on a plan. The designs are designed because they want to build it based on a plan. The houses are built on a plan. Architects, pilots fly with a plan. So planning is almost can almost do without it. Okay, so there are 6 steps you can take to build a digital marketing plan. 6 steps. Now we're going to be looking at each of them one after the other. The first one is to business goals and objectives, budget and resources, the audience you are targeting, you decide on the channels you want to use, plan on the activities, and then you can also get to measure. Right? So let's look at each of them one after the other. Now, the first one is the business goals, business objectives. Setting your goals and setting your objectives. Now, you're going to be using a case study of Monthly. So, Monthly is a male hairdresser, right? And just so you know, successful businesses are based on both the goals and the objectives. You need to clarify the purpose of your business. You need to identify the necessary actions that you want to take. And goals are general statements of desired achievements, what you want to achieve, right? And while the objectives are the various steps, the specific steps or the action that you want to take to reach those goals. So, like in the case of Monthly, Monthly is a South African hairdresser. So he owns a hairdressing business, and his business goals are to get more customers through his door and make more people in his local area know that his business actually exists. Then we have examples of online objectives, which would be for either you want to increase traffic to your website, you want to increase online sales, or you want to increase social media page likes and followers from your customers, or you want to increase online reach and awareness. Now, the goals and the objectives, they need to match, they need to be placed side by side. Remember, goals are the general statement of what you want to achieve, while the objectives are the specific steps and specific actions you want to take to achieve those goals. So they both need to match. Because if you want to increase your online reach and awareness, the goal of the business must have been that you want to make more people aware that it actually exists. You want to increase website sales, what you're looking at for is to sell more products. You want to increase social media page likes and followers. What you want to do is to get found by more people, right? And then also you can also increase traffic to your website to get more returning customers. Excuse me. Now the second part, which is very important, is the budgets and the resources. You need to tell yourself an honest statement of truth of what is possible with what you have. What is possible with the available resources you have. You want to build a multi-million-dollar brand. You need to start small, right? So you need to start with the available resources that you have before you can scale up with it. So like Monthly said, it does not have a website as it's too much of an investment at the moment. Okay, so you need to tell yourself what is possible. Let's say you have 100,000 to begin. Can you build a website with 100,000? Do you need a shop? You want to buy the product, so you need to sit down and break it down and draw a scale of what is actually possible with the available resources you have for that business at the moment. So now you need to also consider the audience you are going to be marketing to. Now you need to think about who a typical audience of yours is. A typical example of what is what Monthly is saying in his own case. So now he said he's targeting females in his local area, and his most valuable customers are females above 30 years old. They normally have children, work part time, then most of them use Facebook. So that's for Monthly. Your own case might be different based on what your product is. Remember, Monthly is a hairdresser. It's a hairdresser, a male hairdresser from South Africa. I actually confirmed that when I met some South Africans. So Mondley is actually a masculine name. Okay, so it's for a male hairdresser. Yeah, so we've been able to dissect it in its females. And in this area, he has been able to state the gender, the locality. This female must be 30 years and above, and they either work part-time, and then this female also, they either married or single parents, they have children. And then he has mentioned the platform also, the audience that is actually targeting. So you need to be very detailed when you're actually trying to write out who a typical audience of yours is. Now, the next thing for you to consider is the various marketing channels that you want to use to draw awareness and draw traffic to what you do. So which of these marketing channels is right for you, right? So if you want to, you need to align your online objectives with the marketing channel that you want to use, because not all marketing channels your business goals. You need to consider which of the channels will work best for what you want to do. Okay, so you need to place the objectives side by side with the channels that you want to use. To increase your online reach and awareness, what you're going to be using will be display marketing, social media, content marketing. If you want to increase website sales, and you want to increase traffic to your website, what you're looking at for social media marketing, search engine marketing, search engine optimization, and email marketing. You want to increase customer loyalty, what you're looking at for is social media, email marketing, and content marketing. And again, when you're done with that, you need to plan the activity of what you want to do after you've known the various channels that you want to use. Now, planning your activity is really, really key. Which one do you do first? You want to run ads first, or you want to concentrate on social media? You want to sorry, you want to concentrate on email marketing, or you want to concentrate on search engine marketing, you want to concentrate on SEO. To choose the one you want to do first. In the case of monthly here, it's we are going to be making a couple of recommendations for monthly. So he has said that its online objective are to reach more people in his local area and get more returning customers. He has admitted that it doesn't have a website yet, as it's too much of an investment at the moment. And he has asked how he could use digital to help himself. So a couple of recommendations we'll be making for monthly will be for him to list his business on the Google Business profile, which will also offer him the opportunity to create a free website for what he's doing. So you can set up a Google Business profile if you don't have a website yet. Just head over to business.google.com and set it up. And then create a website for yourself. You do two things for yourself. You give yourself an online presence. You fix yourself on the map. Then you position yourself to be seen by more people that are actually searching online. Then you own a website for yourself. You want a pager website that you can use to tell your business story. I'm sure Diana can drop that link in the chat. And then the next thing you can do is to set up a Facebook page where you can get to collect reviews and post pictures of customer hairstyles. Remember, you can also do this on the Google Business profile. You can get reviews from people, you can post pictures, and you can use that Facebook page to run ads to target people in his local area with an offer to attract more customers. Now, more importantly, after all said and done, you need to be able to measure. They must be able to measure to see the result of what he has been doing. Remember, we spoke about how digital marketing grants you the opportunity to learn about to learn about the results, the analytics of what you are doing, so that you can know if you're making progress or not. So we're going to be looking at how monthly we will be able to measure. Now we are going to be doing this, speaking about the SMART objectives using the acronym SMART, SMART, where S stands for specific. You're going to get to ask yourself a truckload of questions. What exactly do I want to achieve? Who do I want to use to achieve what I want to achieve? What am I using to achieve what I want to achieve? When am I going to achieve it? Where am I going to achieve it? And how am I going to achieve it? So you need to give your goals a lot of details. You need to make your goals, give it as much thoughts as possible. Make your goals. Give yourself enough. Give your goals enough details as much as you can. While the M there stands for measurable. How will you know that those goals have been achieved? What metrics only determine success? Now, in the case of monthly, what will determine success for him will be that more female are walking through his door. More female are walking through his door and paying for his services. Female in his local area, both returning customers and both returning customers and new customers. Right? You need to tell yourself what is a win for you. What is success? Define what success is in your own case based on what your business is, right? And then that is for M. And then the A there stands for achievable. Do you have what it takes? Do you have the skills? Sorry. Do you have the skills? Do you have the time? Do you have the resources? Resources could be human resources. Do you have the financial resources? Do you have the human? Do you have the time resources to turn those goals into reality? Then the R there stands for realistic. Are those goals actually realistic? Are they likely to be achieved? Or is it just merely a dream? Is it just merely a daydream? So you need to tell yourself the truth. Are they realistic? Is it doable? And then the T there stands for time, time bounds. You need to have a time frame where you get to measure if what you're doing is successful or not. You can't just keep it open-ended. You will be able to be decisive enough to measure it. Maybe you want to measure it weekly, maybe monthly, maybe quarterly, maybe in 6 months, maybe yearly. Or you break it down in bits, you get to watch out what is happening per time. Okay? So now you know what SMART goals are. We try to set out one of them. So how will you know if you've succeeded? Like I mentioned earlier, you need to decide what is success to you. What does success mean to you? Setting SMART objectives will help you to measure the success of the activity. All right, so let's look at broad objectives first. Broad objectives. And the broad objectives will be for you to increase online sales. Your broad objectives will be to increase online sales. What you're looking at is to increase, as a SMART objective, will be to increase online sales by 20% within the first 3 months. If your broad objective is to increase brand awareness, what you're looking out for is to increase brand awareness on Facebook or any other platform that you're using by growing your audience with new people by 40%. Okay. So when your objectives are when you keep your broad objectives on one side, you also need to keep what makes it smart by adding a time to it, adding the percentage of increase or decrease you actually want. So this is what a typical digital marketing plan for monthly will look like. The first of them is the business goals. He wants to reach more people in his local area and get more customers through his door. Now his audience are females, 39 to 45 years old, are living in his local area, and also his past returning customers. Remember, we are doing a business and people are not returning. You have customers that are not returning. Excuse me. You have customers that are not returning. There's something wrong with your business model, which you need to check. Right? And then we have the channels that is trying to use the local SEO, which is the search engine, which is a Google business profile. There's a local search engine optimization. And then uses or can also use Facebook. Wants to also use Facebook. Your one will be different, obviously. So you need to spell it out. Right? And now the activity will be for him to build a website and boost his visibility on Google. That is a local SEO now. And then we use Facebook advertising to target people in his local area. And then his online objective will be to increase online reach, then increase returning customers. And his smart objectives will be to increase Facebook page likes from new people by 50% within the next month, and then increase bookings from past customers by 20% in the next quarter. So yours is obviously going to be different but it needs to follow the same format based on the fact that your business is different from what is happening. You want to do more than just Google Business Profile. You want to add Instagram to yours. You want to add WhatsApp to yours and all of that. So it all depends on what you want to do. And you may target people that are not just in your local area. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna be taking the second pause to answer to your questions before we go to the last part of this presentation. So if you have questions, please do well to ask us. Um, okay. Anstar, hi, how you doing? Business.google.com. Yeah, thank you, Luchi. Mhm. Yeah, I'll be fine. Thank you. Thank you so much. And please, if you are here and you are yet to hit the thumbs up, please do go ahead to hit the thumbs up button. Help us. And we still have a little time where you can invite somebody. Please, if you can hit on the share button and then copy the link and invite someone that's supposed to be here. That would be really helpful. Thank you so much. Do you have any questions, please? Do you have any questions? I'm here. Okay. And Diana is in the chat as well. Please do well to ask questions. Okay. If there's any part I explained you don't understand, I'll be happy to respond to them. And if you have questions on what we are doing now and what we'll be doing later, please go ahead and ask. All right. Okay. All right. So I'll just go back to the last part of this presentation. And please, if you have questions, please go ahead and just ask. Okay. Drop it in the chat. I'll still have one more last time to come back to answer questions before we call it a day. So let's go back to the last part of this presentation. I can harness the power of digital advertising. So now this is going to be more like a recap of what we've been explaining earlier. So this is what a typical search engine results page looks like, right? So we're going to be looking at how to get started with search engine marketing. A typical search engine result page looks like that. Looks like what you're seeing on your screen. Okay. So what you're looking at today are three different segments. Now the first segment will be what your search query is. You know, when you go to Google and type in a keyword, that is actually called your search query. Okay. So now the second part is what you're going to be. The part in blue is the paid text and the shopping ads. When you type a particular product, let's say you type television, what you're going to be seeing there is maybe Jumia, maybe Konga, maybe Alibaba, and then you're going to see pictures of televisions and all of that. Those are shopping ads. Or if it's not a picture, if it's not a keyword that actually has a shopping ad to it, you may find some of the results with the ad sign beside them. That actually means that somebody is actually paying for those ads to appear, right? And the last part is going to be the organic listing. Organic listing. So you get to find the part where there are no ads, but they are showing first. Remember, what brought these websites to where you're seeing on the first page is they are properly optimized. That means they've done their search engine optimization properly, right? Now you go down to the bottom of that page, you're going to see page 2, 3, 4, 5. All of those are still people's websites. Okay. So if that's still people's website, that means the ones that are showing first are more optimized than the ones that are behind. Just so you know. So what you're seeing there is a search query, first part, the paid text and the shopping ads, the organic search listing. So a typical process for search engine marketing before first of all you to understand the customers that you want to actually advertise to understand it is what actually makes everything else happen, to understand the audience that you're trying to advertise to. Now, secondly, you need to find the right keywords. So you brainstorm on good keywords you want to bid on that might be relevant to your target audience. Google will always give you some suggestions, or you can use tools to make research. You can use the likes of Google Trends to make research on keywords based on your industry. You can use tools like Google Keyword Planner to make research based on your website, your industry as well. So finding keywords is actually a good determinant to if your ads will actually convert or not. Okay. Now, when you finish with that, create the ad copies. Right, you need to understand what your audience want to see. Copies need to be your captions need to be catchy. Right, something must attract people. Could be maybe you want to give a discount, there's a promotion somewhere. Just add all of that and make sure your writing is catchy enough for someone to click on the ad. And then when you're done with that, put it all together on the Google Ads platform. And then you get things done much better and you have more results. You begin to see the results of what you're doing on the analytics part. So let's see a couple of differences between the search engine marketing and the search engine optimization. And I've been saying a lot of these two words. So the search engine optimization is free, which of course is a main benefit. You pay nothing to search and to search engines like Google, okay, for your products, your brand to actually appear. Whereas the search engine marketing, you need to pay for it. It's when you pay and then you appear on the first page, the top part of the page. Remember, the search engine optimization is you doing some other things, maybe your content, maybe being properly optimized on Google Search Console, using the right keywords to send out content over time, and then eventually you begin to appear on the first page, right? Whereas if you don't have the patience to do that, you can just appear immediately on the search on the top part of the page. Remember, the fight is to appear on page 1 and at the top part because people don't have the patience to go down to page 2 and the rest. Then with the search engine optimization, you optimize with keywords, while in the search engine marketing, you bid on keywords. Like I mentioned, you can get onto the first page almost immediately. But the search engine optimization takes a lot of time. It could take several months, could take a year, right? Especially if you're not doing the right thing. So let's see how you can get started with the search engine optimization. So what you need to do first is to sign up for the Google Search Console and submit your content to Google. You can also get to monitor how you are doing on search. You can find out where your rank is. Then Google is going to be sending you critical alerts on critical issues, what you need to correct on your websites so that it begins to rank higher. And then you also need to help Google to find your content by submitting a sitemap. Right? So when you submit a sitemap, you can get to promote your sites on and offline, and then you can share new content. You can share new content. And then you can help Google and users understand your content also. So it creates unique, accurate page titles. You can create good titles and snippets. You can use heading tags to emphasize important text. Also, all of this will add up to the results you're getting for your search engine optimization. So let's see a couple of tips for success in search engine optimization. You need to run keyword research. All right, keyword research. You need to publish useful and powerful keywords, useful and powerful content. It's called hooks. You need to have something on your page, on your website, somebody can easily reference. Okay, and ultimately, you need to make your website search friendly. Sometimes you click on a website and it takes forever to load. Google won't even look at that particular website for 2 times, right? The algorithms won't look at that particular website for 2 times. So you need to do everything possible to make sure that no matter the volume of information on the website, it still loads very fast. It's very, very key. It's very, very key. It needs to load very fast. You can use tools like Google G.co/test my site to know how fast the website is loading. All right, so what are display ads? We're looking at display ads. So whenever you're browsing on websites, you can always find all those pop-ups that show up. Techno, StreamYard, OctaFX, a lot of things just pop up on your website when you're browsing. All those are display ads, okay? And you can not just websites, you can always find them also when you're browsing on some apps. You're using a status saver, WhatsApp status saver, you can bear me witness. And there's some other apps that um, ads are always most time displayed. We are using Boomplay, we are using Spotify. As long as you're not on the premium version, ads will always show up. Okay, so let's see how the display marketing is different from search marketing, from search advertising, because actually they are different. They are both advertising, but slight differences. Okay, so the search advertising actually focuses on matching ads to user search queries on search engines like google.com, while the display is focused around serving those ads across different websites, news blogs, local websites, apps, all those places. All of those are display ads. Whereas search advertising, it shows on only when someone actually is typing on Google, maybe typing on any other search engine. That's when those advertising gets useful. Then the search advertising is mostly relevant when the main objective is to generate sales. Because someone that has gone to Google to make a search is actually intentional about the results he wants to see. The result is going to be seen from the search he's making. Whereas the display advertising is most relevant when you want to create awareness, when you want to drive traffic. Okay, just have it somewhere in your mind that search is for people that are intentional about the results they will get from what the search engine actually sorry, what the search engine actually serves to them. Okay, so that's the two big differences between the search advertising and display advertising. So a typical process for display advertising will be for you to also understand the customers, because that's actually what makes everything else happen. And then you need to find keywords, relevant keywords. Remember I mentioned you can use the Google Keyword Planner, or you can use um, Google Trends, and there are several other tools. Those ones are free now. You can use SEM Rush. You can use there are several other tools you can make keyword research with. Okay, and then you get the creatives out, designs mostly, display ads are mostly texts, sometimes images, sometimes videos. When you have all of that, to put it all together on the Google Ads platform, and then you go live with it. Okay, so we are going to be looking at the marketing, social media advertising, social media advertising. So basically, it's just you knowing what to do. Paid adverts on social networks like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, all those places. And TikTok also. TikTok has been catching a lot of traction of late. So you can also call it the paid social media advertising or the social media marketing. You're still correct. So this is just to interrogate your mind why you should consider social media advertising for what you want to do, because basically it allows you to target your ideal customers. Okay, so platforms like Facebook will always help you to target your ideal customer and to allow you to drive more relevant traffic to your websites. And it's the best way to get the most out of your marketing spend, because people are always on social media. Now you can bear me witness that when you leave this YouTube, you're not going to be on your WhatsApp, you're going to be on your Facebook, or you're going to be on Twitter. You're in one of those places. So people are always on social media. You can increase your brand recognition also using the social media advertising. Can divert traffic to your site also. Can reach specific target audiences on social media. Various social media sites you can target customers, ideal customers, people that fall within your niche audience. And then it's a little bit cheap and it's cost effective in many cases. Sometimes it's even free, because if you are posting on social media, nobody's asking you to pay money until you want to reach some more people, right? So most times it's even free. And then you can always get to generate leads also using the social media platform. Okay, so let's see a couple of differences between the paid social media and organic social media. The paid social media will be that the views, the actions, or the clicks from all the posts are all free, whereas in the paid one, the views, the actions, the clicks, and the posts are not free. Now, the organic ones is more like the one you have on your phone. Nobody charges you for making a post. Nobody charges you for the clicks you get and then all of that. That is a free one, organic one. Whereas the paid one is if you want to reach more people. As a paid one now, you pay for all the views, clicks, actions, and all of that. But the advantage is your ad gets to appear in more places, and then you can reach anyone, even people you don't follow, as long as they fall within the confines of the audience you selected. But in the organic one, your content only appears on business profiles and people's news feeds. Okay, you can only reach your followers and friends of your followers, not just anybody outside your niche. All right, and now a typical process for the social media advertising will be for you to choose the objective you want, what you want to achieve, right? Now you choose the audience that you want to serve, select them, and your creatives must be on point, you must be attractive, you must be catchy, you must gather all the information that you want to actually send out, and then you set a budget for it also. Just get a budget across so that you don't overspend on what you're trying to achieve. Right, so I'm going to be taking the last pause to respond to your questions. So please, if you have questions, please do well to ask. This is going to be the last part, the last pause I'm going to be taking to answer your question before we call it a day for this particular session. All right, so remember to sign up for the Hustle Academy. Now, if you own a small business, own a big business, it's an opportunity for you to take advantage of what Google is actually offering. This program is free, but it's very impactful. So what you're going to be having is going to be a week-long training on how to draw up your business growth plan. On business growth plan, you're going to learn about sales. You're going to learn about digital marketing. You're going to learn about how to get funding for your business. Then from there, you're going to learn about how to pitch for success. Then eventually you get matched to a mentor who can walk you through all those processes in case you missed anything. So take advantage of the free opportunity that Google is offering. Now, another thing you should know is this particular training, this particular Hustle Academy is not for new businesses. It's for businesses that already existed. So if you applied last year and you were not picked, please do well to try it again because possibly your business must have exceeded 1 year by now. So try it again and they're going to possibly bring you onto the program. Now, what are your next steps? The next steps would be for you to learn some more. Okay, to take advantage of the opportunity also to learn some more information and add up to what we've shared here today. So head over to learndigital.google.com/digital skills slash courses. Okay, so the link is going to be dropped in the chat as well by Diana. So do well to also learn. Okay, learn some more, learn some more, learn some more. And go and follow us on social media platforms on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. All those links are going to be dropped in the chat. So now I want to come to answer your questions. If you have any questions for me, please do well to drop them in the chats before we jump off. All right, so any questions? And thank you, Diana, for doing a good job in the chats. I hope the attendance has been shared. Please, if you've not shared the attendance, okay, the attendance has been shared now. Please do well to fill up the attendance and make sure you're filling it up with your correct names, right? So that when your certificate is being sent, to come with the correct names. Okay. All right. So, any other questions? So I'll just give a minute if you have questions to ask from all I've shared. Thank you so much, Oluchi. Thank you. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Please remember to follow the links, fill the attendance, and then you can always get to so that you have your certificates properly. Right. So this is me saying a very big thank you to you. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. All right. So looking forward to seeing you in the next class. Yes, there's attendance for this section. It has been shared. Certificate to come. Just fill the attendance first. And signs will be. So please fill that in. Make sure you fill it correctly. All right. So, yes, fill correctly. Fill the attendance correctly. Just look at all the links that Dana shared. You're going to find attendance. The links you're going to be finding is attendance. You're going to find the link to learn further. You're going to find the social media links for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, for Parker. Please fill correctly so that you have the certificates whenever you're ready for it. Okay, any last question? You did 5 sessions last year and you got 1 certificate. Okay, that's possibly because you did not fill the attendance for the remaining 4, because I can bet you that all the names that were appearing on that list must have filled their attendance correctly. So please fill from this one. Okay, sorry about that. Fill this one and fill it correctly so that the attendance will come through. Okay, sorry about that, Oluchi. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next session. Remember to tell someone about it for the next sessions. All right, so cheers and have a great day.